Do you know what? As much as I love the fact that Scotland, for the first time in what seems like a millennium, has had like a really good spell of sunny weather, it's been roasting here. It is too warm for me today. So I thought I'd come in and do a video. I'm going to have a couple of beers and then go out and sit in the garden, maybe fire up the barbecue in a wee while. But I thought I'd review a toy that I've picked up just at the beginning of this week and show you guys it and just tell you how I feel about it and stuff. So, here we go. It is DX9's Commander Dutch. It's part of the War in Pocket series. I have seen some of the other ones of this, and I did fancy them, but I just didn't pick them up. But this guy was on sale in Kapow, so I thought, it's an Optimus Prime and a G1 looking one, and I thought, fuck it, I'll just get it and see what it's like. I did watch a few reviews beforehand, and he is plagued with QC issues what I'll talk about. I'm not really too sure yet if those issues make him not worth getting, or a regrettable purchase. But maybe doing this video and getting out of my head and into your ears will sort of help me decide that. Anyway, the box is rather lovely, very 80s-esque. it's got the sort of, I was going to say checkered, but no, the square line designs, the grid that's reminiscent of the sort of 80s toys. It's got the very G1-esque looking sort of artwork for Optimus Prime, not the exact same but similar. War in Pocket. It says, "You've got the touch, you've got the power," and then it says Rebel Alliance Commander. There. What else? Anything else? Not really, it's just got more sort of, well, the same artwork on the top and bottom. And on the sides, you know, Commander Dutch, all that kind of stuff. On the back it's got sort of pose shots and things like that. It's got one with the Dinobots there. It's got some product right there. This is not suitable for persons... Oh, this is... Oh, I was going to say, not suitable for persons over 15. Well, fuck, I'm twice that. Choking hazard, contains small parts, not suitable for children. All that guff. A legendary hero in your pocket. I've already got your name. Yeah, so the box is good. Ouch. Optimus himself is rather lovely. I'll show you him in robot mode first because that's what he's in. Look at that. That's very much G1 Optimus Prime and it looks fucking fantastic. There's a lot of detailing on this. I'll show you his head. Awesome. It's got silver paint and the eyes are painted in blue. The mouth's painted in silver. These little, sort of, what would you call them, horns, spikes, the sides of his heads, are a hard plastic and I don't know how long they'd stand up to being vigorously played with, so if you're going to have this guy, be careful with him, I think. And that's a sort of a theme going forward with him actually, because there's a lot of the QC issues that make him a bit fragile there. Yeah, so you can see he's got like the painted silver stacks. Inside he's got the clear plastic windows, which open up to reveal a sort of moulded and painted matrix. And it's not really catching it on the camera, but it does look really good. And both when the windows are shut and open, it doesn't come out, it's just moulded into his chest. And we have sort of black surround at the back. He's got the grey paint or plastic there, the silver there, he's got the yellow. He's very much just G1 Optimus Prime, it's great. Back is just kind of sort of, it's very reminiscent of MP10 actually, the way it transforms and the way it looks and stuff. Obviously a very simplified version of it, but you know, yeah. So head's on a ball joint and gets plenty of sort of motions. You've got a ball joint at the shoulders, you've got a bend at the elbows, there's nothing else really at the wrists other than transformation. He has a waist swivel, but it's hindered by this crappy panel, and this panel here does hinder a lot of sort of posability. It hinders how the legs move, so if you're going to have him like doing a pose with his legs up, he's got to have his skirt up and it looks weird. His legs are on ball joints, his hips, they do have like, it's hard to show you, but they do have like sort of hip swivels there, but they're so tight that any attempt to turn them means that his legs fly off, and they already do that quite easily anyway, so it's a bit of a pain in the arse. I mean, you can see all the lovely sort of simple moulding and stuff, and it's very like lovely Optimus Prime shape. He's got his knees bend tightly, but yeah, so he's got like a sort of 90-degree bend on his knees, and his feet have got ankle tilts and toe sort of turns as well. So you can get him into decent poses. He does very much look like Optimus Prime. Comes with his G1 blaster. It's got silver painted in the sort of grill and stuff. It's on a tiny wee, what looks to be like maybe a 3mm peg, and he does hold it, you know, normally. It is loose in his hand though, so I might put a bit of sort of like nail varnish or something on it to try and stiffen it up, because it does just wobble about. He also comes with his Energon axe, which unlike sort of MP10 doesn't slide over the hand, it slides into a wee, it's got a wee, it's hard to see because of the plastic, but it's got a wee peg there, can you see it? And it just holds like a weapon. Oh, sometimes they just... There you go. Clip it on his hand, and that's him, and he's like, Megatron, I will fucking kill you! Blah, 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 blah. Yeah, holds that fine, and it does look really good, so if you give him his weapons... There we go. You know, all looks very, very good. Hold that fucking gun, you cunt. And here's his alt mode. It's where it starts to fall apart, I'm afraid. First off, one of the things I'll say is that his wheels don't line up. So the front two wheels are a lot higher up than the sort of back two. And these fuckers, they turn for shit. Like, if you really put pressure on them, they do turn. But other than that, they're not going to turn. So it doesn't roll. You put it on a table, it doesn't go anywhere. It just skiffs along and wrecks your table. Also, these shitty wheels pop off constantly when you're transforming it. One of the biggest QC issues that we've had was the hip joints. They do pop out constantly without any sort of real pressure put on them. And there's these side panels. See, look, there you go. It's off already. These side panels for transformation don't allow. They don't pop out very well. Meaning that his legs come off all the time. It's basically parts forming at some point with this guy when you try to transform him. So other than that, I mean, the colours are nice. Stacks look nice. His head's there though. Is that meant to represent a window? It's the kind of shoulder joint, movement joint. It looks like it's meant to be a window, but it looks really weird. There's no real detail in there. But the front looks weird. Like, is it just me, or because he's only got one light rather than two on each side, it looks a bit odd? There's this black bar here that I'm not sure what that's meant to represent. And it sticks out like he's got a moustache. It's just fucking weird, right enough. So all these issues. I know he's a Legend Size-esque dude, but there's a lot of really poor design choices here. It just doesn't. Consider how well they've got the robot mode to look. This is just really suffers kind of hellishly because of it. Yeah, I don't like that at all. It does have his trailer, obviously. I'll just get it. And the trailer's not bad. It's quite nice. I added the Autobot symbols myself. They don't come with that, obviously, because it's not official. It's a rip-off. Yeah, but it's just like the sort of MP. It's like again a scaled down version of MP10. Yeah, it does everything that does. It opens up. It's got back doors that open. It's got the wee runners that come out, so you can like fake put cars in and stuff. Again, the wheels don't turn very well, so you're chapping there. It does have the struts that come out for the side to sort of balance it for sort of standing on its own with the cab. But these bits are nowhere near as low as the wheels, meaning these are essentially just nothing. They don't do anything. It still lies like that when you've got them out. It does have, however, the other ones, the ones that... Now, my fat fingers. We're going to be able to get them out. I'll use these little... There we are. It does have these ones. And that works fine. So that's cool. But the other ones, have they just added it because MP10's got them? And they don't... It's just weird. It's such a mental addition that doesn't make any sense. It does open up. Like I said, pretty much MP10ish. It has got the wee, I don't know what this is, like repair bot or whatever, that's got, you know, all the stuff that it had on MP10. It's rather nice actually. The trailer's no bad at all. Silver detailing inside. Folds really nice, and you know, it looks good. It does the job, it does what it's supposed to do. The only issue I've had with mine, other than the sort of the obvious ones, are paint chipping. Straight out of the box. And that kind of bugged me because, and I get the impression that it's all it takes is it's going to be just using it and playing with it and stuff, and those sort of things will, you know, get worse. And it does clip onto Optimus. He's got two little pinholes there that do clip onto. And there you go. And it does, I mean, as a whole unit, it looks alright. It doesn't look too bad. You know, it does look the part. It looks kind of cool. Just these weird panel lines and weird design choices just make it look a bit weird, I think. Yeah, and the gun does store in the trailer. It's got those wee ports there and there, but again, it's really loose, and the axe doesn't store. You just kind of stick it in there, and that's that's it, I'm afraid. Yeah, so QC issues plague this guy. The fact that his hips pop off without any sort of pressure put on them. The fact that some of the joints that do stay on too tightly. Getting out the hands is a pain in the arse. Getting these bits changed around is a pain in the arse. And getting these bits off as well. There's like flaps here. It all means that if you're going to do it, you're going to damage it because you haven't put so much pressure. You are going to break this toy if you're going to actually sort of transform it and play with it and do things with it, take photos. You are going to cause damage to it. Just try and get the fucker to do what it's supposed to do. Yeah. So the QC issues are numerous. I don't like a lot of the sort of the alt modes aesthetics. Considering that this cost like 40 quid, down for 50, and my wife a couple of weeks earlier got me this for for like the 60 quid mark. You're talking like 20 quid difference. You know, what? Just feels weird to me that this costs that much. He's not worth that much. I'll just do a wee bit of a size comparison. Why no? We're here. We may as well look at it. There he is, and there's no Combiner Wars. Titan's Return Brawn. Yeah, so you can see that he does stand slightly taller than the average legend size guy, which is appropriate for him. Yeah, so do I recommend buying him? If I'd seen him beforehand, if I had him in hand beforehand, I wouldn't have bought him. Now that I've got him, I'm getting joy out of him. I'm getting pleasure. He looks cool. He's awesome. You know, like he can cut a pose. He suits like his class size. The Optimus Prime look. He does look good as Optimus Prime, but playability value, sort of quality value, you're spending too much money on it. I think. I'd wait for something more appropriate if you're wanting a sort of legend size Optimus Prime, and we all know there's one coming. Yeah, I don't regret buying him, but I wouldn't recommend you do. There you go. That's my final thought on it. Yeah, this video's a bit waffly, but like I said, Scotland's got sun and I'm sweating my tits off, so a few more of these in a barbecue now, I think. Hope that was a good review. Please like, comment and subscribe, and I'll speak to you all soon. Hey.